Communication, what you say to people, isn't the whole thing. Everydaykt 481. We're talking about how you say things, not just what you're saying. A lot of you know that when you text someone or write a message, odds are, unless you use the proper emoticons or emojis, your message is lost or confusing. People won't understand. They can't detect sarcasm or laughter, humor, sadness, rage, anger, happiness, sorrow. They can't. Words don't naturally show those things. So when you're talking to people, when you're explaining something, when you're having a conversation, be sure to actually focus a lot on how you're saying something. The words are pretty important, but how you convey those words can mean the difference between a wonderful, fantastically well-received speech or bombing it completely. Think of it this way. Imagine the difference between going and listening to Ben Stein read something versus Mike Rowe or, I don't know, Tony Robbins or Gary Vaynerchuk or any of those, or your favorite minister. Any of those people. All of them will convey that one story differently. And they will get a different response, and they will get a different end result from the exact same words. Why do I bring it up? Well, simple. All of us who wear kilts have to have conversations with people all the time regarding why we wear it, how we wear it, all of the different questions that they come up with. So when you're talking to these people, you have to be cognizant of how you're talking. If you sound pissed off, they're not going to want to talk to you anymore. If you sound like you're in a rush and you got to get someplace, well, maybe you do. They might just stop talking and never want to have anything to do with anybody wearing kilts ever again. So you've got to be careful how you talk to people, how you convey what it is that you're trying to say. If you sound pissed off all the time, nobody's going to want to talk to you. If you sound like you're trying to run the show all the time, nobody's going to want to talk to you. On the other hand, side of that coin, if you sound like you're trying to, recite War and Peace, people might also not want to listen to you, not want to talk to you anymore, because you're just going and going and going. Now, if you can throw some humor, if you have a very lighthearted conversational tone, everybody's going to want to talk to you. And there's a drawback to that, too. It's called you're not going to get anything done because people are going to want to talk to you. So keep in mind of how you're talking to people. And it's not just your voice, not just how your voice raises or lowers, your pitch changes, speed, all of those things. It's your body language. Are you stiff? Are you very animated? What's the difference? Do you talk with your hands? Do you have all manner of different facial expressions? What is it that characterizes you while you communicate? So I implore all of you to, next time you have a conversation, think about how you're talking to people. That's why I like doing videos instead of just typing out what I want to say. It gets the point across. You've seen lots of my videos. They're very animated and excited because I've got awesome news. You've seen some where I look like I just got kicked in the gut because, well, things went bad that day. It's very easy to tell because I'm making sure that I'm getting the message across the way I want it to be received. So that's a big part of your conversation. There were studies done. I don't know. I think there's been some work to refute it, but roughly 93% of a conversation, no, not 93, 73% of a, no, yeah, 93% of a conversation has nothing to do with the words. You can say the word hi a million different ways. It's one word. And how you say it dictates on how someone will respond. So always keep that in mind when you're talking to people. When you have an opportunity to respond to somebody on Facebook or other social media, if you can do a video, I highly suggest it. It's much more effective at getting your point across because your actions, your eye movements, your facial expressions, your animation, how you are talking, how fast, how slow, high pitch, low pitch, the speed of your conversation, all of that contributes to getting your version of your point across the way you want it to be seen. So get out there and try to do video more often, because it will probably eliminate a lot of the hassle and stress that you see online, where you get keyboard commandos out there saying all these things that are grossly misunderstood, and it starts a war online, but it's a bunch of people whining and complaining at each other in text messages, versus a video message where you can see exactly what's going on. So go give it a shot and make sure that when you're talking to someone, they hear and see exactly what you mean. And with that, I'm going to find a copy of my book, see if I can find some Kiltology for you tonight. So I'm going to go with volume 2 tonight, if I can find my glasses. Hey, folks. So, Kiltology. And the reason I can't see very well when I'm reading with my glasses, but I don't wear them when I'm doing my videos on my laptop because of the funny glare. And it's like you're looking at a mirror. And look, there's a me right there. And there's a me right there looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. It's very, I think we did this once with a mirror. Well, here we go. Again, I opened up first book. Okay, so Kiltology, volume 2. It's over on Amazon. Kiltology number 326, metaphor. When preparing for a discussion with a Kiltie, you must be ready to handle metaphor translation very quickly. It is a hell of a lot easier to explain the complexities of the existence of a box of chocolates instead of going into the vagaries of the metaphysical and mythological, especially if there's single malt involved. Now, what the hell does that all mean? Simple. Effective communication. If you can say what you want to say and paint a picture that someone else can see in their head, they know exactly what you're trying to say. If you can do that, you can sell ice to Eskimos in the middle of a snowstorm, and that'd be pretty damn cool. So I'll let you guys have a good night. It's Saturday. Shenanigans abound. Go have some fun. Tell Nathan they needs to vote for me tonight to win. And I am going to beat Chris. It's going to happen. You guys have a good night. I will see everybody tomorrow. Be strong. Put a kilt on.